One to the bottom. Drop to 3. Get the next land. We can double FRILLBACK here, though. Which gets us part of the way there. But we still have a lot to deal with. Auto pay. And auto pay. Gain 4 life. Artifact enchantment. Pick off the Kumano. Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing Mono Green Aggro in Ranked Aftermath Standard. There are a lot of interesting things I want to talk about with this deck. Number one is we're trying out the Tranquil FRILLBACK from the new Aftermath set. It is a 3-mana 3/3 dinosaur. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 green up to 3 times. When you cast this cost 1 or more times, choose up to that many. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, exile target's player's graveyard, gain 4 life. Pretty cool. I think a lot of people looked at this card and were like, 3-mana 3/3 doesn't do anything, not good enough to play, but it does shore up a lot of the things you want to shore up. Gaining 4 life and or picking off your opponent's Kumano in mono red or Mechanized Warfare in mono red is a huge swing for you, including dropping a 3-mana 3/3 blocker onto the battlefield. Like, that does do a lot against mono red to stabilize. Against Atraxa, obviously you can exile target player's graveyard. We have that effect in addition to the Scrap Gorger, so that does add some counterplay to that deck. And then lastly, just being able to pick off Bankbusters and Fable of the Mirror Breakers via the first effect is big. So it does do quite a few things, and I'm pretty happy trying it out here today. It didn't disappoint. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, so not super dissatisfied. The rest of the deck, man, it's tough to justify playing the really low-to-the-ground mono green aggro deck when mono white just does it all better. So instead what this is really more of a combo deck. I mean, the goal is, number one, to play out Augur of Autumn and have it survive, which means we are running a lot of rampy 2-drops so that on turn 3, you can deploy Augur of Autumn and still have 1 more mana left over to protect it with Tyvar's Stand. That is critical. If you can't protect it, I would suggest playing out a different 3-drop or even a 2-drop to bait out the opponent's removal so you can get Augur to resolve, because if Augur does stick around, it is quite powerful and can allow you to pop off and stabilize against a lot of different decks. And then the next part of the win con is the Defiler Vigor. We are running 4 of this 5-drop and only 2 of this 2-drop, in part because the FRILLBACK can double as your 4-drop, but the Defiler Vigor is an obvious win con. If this guy sticks around, it's pretty hard to kill as a 6/6 body versus a lot of cheaper removal, so it's basically got to be go for the throat. And if this guy sticks around and you play anything, then your entire board gets pumped. What's nice about this is that you do get a little bit rewarded for playing ramp creatures, and a lot of decks ramp creatures are useless late game, but once you have the Defiler of Vigor on the battlefield, first off, all your current ramp creatures can get big enough to swing through and deal quite a bit of damage, and all your subsequent draws of ramp creatures still pump everything onto the battlefield. So ramping into 4 copies of the Defiler Vigor is quite good. Complaints I have, I mean, I don't really need to complain a whole lot, but I'll just say that I'm interested in the bans coming out soon. I mean, it's just so sad that Pelucranos is only a 4/5 when it doesn't even trade with one of the biggest creatures in the format, Sheldred. Like, all they needed to do was make this a 5/5, make it a Lovestruck Beast, and then we'd have a much better deck. But the fact that this comes down as a 4/5 and can't even trade with Sheldred, whereas Mono White has Adeline, which is big enough to trade with Sheldred, and it's Guardian of Nubenalia, which is very easy to enlist to get up to trade with Sheldred, it just sucks that either they need to give us either a 5/5 to compete with that card, or they need to give us back Blizzard Brawl, which both allows you to fight and give you indestructible. Because if you don't, it's hard to play mono green against, you know, giant death touch creatures where you can't even fight, which is supposed to be mono green's main mechanic. So that's my complaint for the day. But yeah, this was a fun deck and did pretty well with it. So check it out. If you want to support the channel, just watch the whole thing to the end. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play, this is acceptable. We'll keep this. And we'll go Scrap Gorge on 2, most likely. Mono red. Swift Spear to the face. Okay. I mean, Augur's great if we can curve into it. We got the Lone Speaker here. I don't really want to block that. Let's call it no blocks. What else you got? Oh, baby, Boros aggro. What do we have here? Boros Magecraft? Boros do nothing. We hit the land, which is massive. That means we can... I shouldn't have done that. I should have... Actually, this is okay. This is okay ordering. So I want to Augur here, I think, and protect it with Tyvar's Stand. So they got Lightning Strike. They now need 2 of them. It's another land on top. I'm okay with what we did because I need that extra mana open to definitely protect Augur of Autumn. Soul Partition. We will attempt to give you Hexproof. X equals 0. Confirm. Okay, so they need another removal spell next turn to get through. So we'll see if they have it. No blocks again. If this thing survives, we go a really long way fast. Mentor. Huh. Okay. Good for the opponent. So in order to get Coven, I think I'm fine with Pelucranos here. Easy way to get Coven. Leave our options open. We'll play you off the Loam Speaker. Alright. And yeah, I mean, we can get in here with this guy. They're all tapped out. Might as well. We're not going to block with them. Down to 18. Nahiri's Warcrafting there. They do get some triggers, but we keep the Autumn alive, which is interesting. There's one more land. Can't pay for Lightning Strike, though. Play with Fire the Adaptive. Alright. They mount the defense, but if the Augur survives... Down to 10. To land on top, we'll start there. We need to get Coven back again. So you actually do it very cheaply. If we play Defiler and it survives, though, it is quite good. But I think we just want to play as many things as possible per turn. I think that's more important than sizing up right now. Here comes the Beast Caller. Tyvar stand on top. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's all we got this turn. We're not going to block with the Autumn. So I think I'm fine to attack with it. Okay, see if we're punished for not playing the Defiler this turn. Ren's Resolve, Prowess, and a little draw 2. A Ganjo and another land. Another Mentor. But they're all tapped out, right? So that is 9 damage. So we just take some free blocks here. Easy block here. Easy block here. We could even trade the Beast Caller. Depends what's on top, though. I think I'd rather trade, which seems weird. But I think I'm going to rely on the Augur to get us there. Drop to 7. No counters to distribute. Draw up. Who's on top? Defiler's pretty good on top. We'll start here. Kodama as well. We don't really want to lose life, though. We lose 2 blockers and we drop to 5. This may be a bit too much for me. Yeah, I don't think we play that out this turn. No attacks. End here. Hold Tyvar stand. It's Jaya, Pump Squad. I mean, they're doing their thing for sure. Our thing has to go bigger, but we need a really big Augur turn. Oh, they can attack and pick off. Oh, they want to pick off the Augur here. Alright, so this is our chance to give Hexproof. X equals 0. We'll keep the other blocker around. Can take anything here. Maybe play with fire, not sure. They attack all. It's interesting. They have 2 mana open. I mean, we don't know what that last card is. Do they have space in the deck for Lightning Strike? We've seen no 2-drops, right? Except for Ren's Resolve. So they could run Lightning Strike. You're indestructible, though. Not sure we have too much of a choice. I think it's just like this. No stick. Drop to 3. Can we win this turn off the Kodama is my next question. Let's try 2 life. And normal cast you for 4, I think. Backup 1 can go anywhere. Doesn't matter. I guess technically we should put it on the biggest one, but it doesn't really matter. It looks like exactly lethal, right? Go face. They've shown no stick so far. We'll take another card here. Do they have something? They could have another Aganjo in hand. No, they don't have a legendary, right? Block there. I think we have exactly lethal. Unless they can pump these up. Down to 0. Let's go. Ooh, close one, baby. Close one. On the play. You know, I wish this was a little better, but I don't really feel like mulliganing. Maku, let's see what you got. Rakdos. We hit the 2-drop because we are amazing. I guess we can keep Pelucranos open. We're not really going to attack down a Planeswalker, right? Let's do this. just in case they kill the Lone Speaker, we top deck the Greenland. Maybe want to play Polukranos and save FRILLBACK for the Exile Atraxa turn. Cut down. See, there you go. I doubt we're attacking down anything this turn. It's a Bank Buster. Ooh, that's nice. We can actually kill Bank Buster next turn. So definitely go Polukranos here. And maybe FRILLBACK, destroy target artifact. When it does nothing, we can attack here first, I think. Okay, see what they want to do. If they burn mana on removal, then we get to pick off the Bank Buster. Yeah, I think we still protect you. Do we play out the FRILLBACK though? Just to gain tempo? I think I'd like to pick off the Bank Buster. We get to Doomscar Warrior next turn, you know? Tough to say. I think we'll go X equals 3 here though. So that means we're saving the FRILLBACK another turn, which is pretty slow. But we do chonk him for a good bit, down to 13. Chonky Chonkosaurus coming in. It's a Sheldred. Take the draw. Lose some life. I guess we now have to Doomscar Warrior just to make our Chonkosaurus big enough to fight Sheldred. Why didn't they make this a 5/5? Why can't our Polukranos fight their Sheldred? That seems ridiculous to me. Yeah, I think it's got to be Doomscar here though. Backup 1. It's got 5 power now, so we can actually go toe-to-2 with the Death Toucher and get Chonkosaurus in there. Chonky, hitting for 5. Scry 5, draw 1. Who's good here? None of you guys are good here. Armor Scrap Gorger... we already have the FRILLBACK. I think we're gonna take the Scrap Gorger here. If we take the land, we can actually level this thing up, right? Is that good? Reach and Lifelink. No, we still can't really get through, yeah, if they kill the Sheldred, we get a lot of value out of it. I'm gonna take the creature. We'll go maybe FRILLBACK next turn. I don't know. They go up to 10. They hit their land. Is it Invoked Despair? It's a Fable. If only we could pick the same option multiple times. Probably don't level up the Polukranos into 2 open mana, even though it's only 1 card left. It's interesting though. I mean, we do get a lot of value. It trades with the Bank Buster and stuff. Okay, we're gonna try it, I think, actually. Alright. Pay 6 mana? Yeah. If you have the Go for the Throw, I'm gonna be so effing sad. No, I don't think you do, though. It's a 7/7. Just you. Okay, what do you got? Chump? Okay, we go up 7. Could matter. They get their draw, though. Holding the FRILLBACK in hand, just haven't had a chance to deploy it yet. And now we have to decide between picking up the Bank Buster and the Fable. They take the draw again immediately. That's a good sign for us. We do get more life, though. They get a lot of life. They get a shit ton of life. Okay, and they draw a discard. They go back up to full life. Oh man, this ban announcement's gonna be so good. Get Fable out of here, get Sheldred. I'm done. I'm so done. They're back up to 20. Oh my god. Okay. Now what? A Braid. That's fine. 2 mana left open. Harvester. Yeah, we have to pick off the Fable then? They attack. Getting gutsy. Okay. Tyvar's Stand. That's interesting as a potential win con. Man, I wish we had a little more mana. I guess we can play FRILLBACK next turn, because I can't copy things yet. So maybe it's Kodama plus Scrap Gorger this turn. Okay, we got Trample now. So that's not bad. And next turn we'll play the FRILLBACK in time to pick off the Fable before its Summoning Sickness wears off. Eat 7. Ramp me a little bit, thin the deck. Cool. Land. Play out you hold open 1 green in case you need to protect Polukranos. Alright, end here. Try not to hold too much stick. Yeah, they flip the Fable. We can try to kill it next turn with the Frillback. They take the draw immediately. Means they can't use it as a blocker. They go up 2 more life. Cycle the blood token. That's good for us. So we can hit for really quite a lot with Pelucranos. The sad thing is it's not really enough. Even a full power Tyvar stand isn't enough to dome them from lethal because they've gained such ridiculous life. No attacks though. Okay. So what we want to do is play the Frillback after combat and save enough mana to do that. So it's just you, and we'll try the Hexproof Indestructible if they try to block it. They eat it all though. It's not lethal, so we won't burn Tyvar's stand. Continue to ramp. And we use all 3 modes here. Frillback, trying to come in clutch. Auto pay. Auto pay. Auto pay. Definitely kill you. We'll take the life and we'll take the graveyard. So we gotta kill Kiki Jiki. Target a player. I mean, they're not in Atraxa deck, but you can see how this could be useful versus Atraxa. And that's it for the turn. Hold the Scrap Gorger, hold the Tyvar stand. We want to make sure to use a Scrap Gorger on their end step so we can get it moving up to a 3-3. Oh god. Oh no. That's not good. Fire doesn't need a plan. I mean, this card's really good. I would agree. You don't really need that good of a plan to win with this card. They minus. Do we save Tyvar stand here? I don't think so. It's possible we could just slip through for lethal. But we kind of like the Kodama trample effect. But we need to keep Pelucranos alive. I think that's more important. Alright, so you guys are down then. We're pretty much giving away what we have here, but yeah, I'd rather keep Tyvar's stand open to protect Pelucranos right now. Yeah, I'm kind of toast. I admit it. 2 attackers. Alright, we'll take the, get this guy moving. Sure, Tyvar's stand is fine. I guess we'll take creatures in case they actually run the Graveyard Trespasser. Land ain't it. We no longer have trample. I mean, if they don't block, there's no reason they wouldn't chump block with the 1/1 though. So I guess we go after Chandra. We don't have trample anymore. Not a good place to be. We could also probably throw the Mishra's Foundry in there. It just dies to Sheldred immediately anyway. So we're going to lose next turn, basically. Because they can plus the Chandra into Invoke Despair, copy it, we lose everything. Don't, hold on. I mean, there's a chance they don't block. There's a chance they don't block here. They should block with the 1/1. We don't have trample, just hexproof and indestructible. So we'll gain all the life in the world. I think we're fine to play this out. Technically, they could play Liliana, but let's not worry about that right now. They go up more life. +2 mana, okay. Alright, see if they invoke Despair copy. We can protect Pelucranos by powering up the Mishra's Foundry, but still, it's going to be devastating. They just draw infinite cards, gain infinite life. Yep, there it is. Power you up. We'll go ahead and, I guess, take a creature, because we can. Okay. Lose a creature, lose a bunch of life, draw a bunch of card. Yeah, if we could have figured out a way to keep both the Trampler and the Pelucranos around, and Tyvar stand all in hand, that could have been one way to win. Try to sneak through with a massive Trampler, but as it stands, just reach and lifelink isn't enough right now. Okay, opponent is up to 24. And they play another Fable. Okay. Defiler of Vigor, eh? It's too little too late, right? Doesn't matter how good this card is. It's not enough. I mean, at this point, they're so far away from lethal. Jump again. And surely this coming turn they win. They copy something brutal that we can't deal with. And they continue to gain life. So yeah, we'll see what the ban holds. I mean, if they ban Fable and Sheldred, that is a big hit. And Bankbuster, right? They could ban all three of those cards. Ooh, they do have Liliana, actually. So they could have Liliana plus, but they're so far away. I mean, the thing that would have gotten us to a win is the one of Kodama here, which is still down there. Augur of Autumn's interesting. It's unlikely we could protect it from, you know, copied Invoked Despairs every turn. Yeah, so that's game there. But yeah, we'll see what the ban happens. I mean, I like playing powerful cards. I really like playing this deck. It is powerful. It's not as fun to lose against, but it's fine. This is what it is. It was a good game. On the play, looks decent to me. Up against Blue Blast. Reminds me of like a theme park or like a Gatorade flavor. I think it reminds me of a Gatorade flavor. Arctic Blast. I always got an Arctic Blast going on. Okay, what's the move here? Loam Speaker, probably. Double spell next turn. Do it before combat here. Get the adaptive growing. And swing for 2. No stick at all. Let's see if Blue Blast is in fact soldiers. They have the Loam Speaker though. Maybe they're gonna have removal here. Ossify, alright. Take us... Ooh, okay, they leave us with the mana. That's quite nice. I think we want to go adaptive Loam Speaker. Keep that mana flowing. Because we're not hitting lands, so we better have another way to keep up here. Tranquil Cove Tapland. Well, it's probably Beast Caller plus Loam Speaker. Might as well do it before combat to grow the adaptive. And if they sweep next turn, then we just lose, I think. Which is how it is. Grow the adaptive, swing for 3. Down to 16. Is it depopulate? I don't think so. They're eyeing things individually. Might not have the sweeper here. Do nothing, hold the Emperor. We're probably going to play the Vigor no matter what. So we'll play you first to grow everyone. And we'll throw away one of these guys against the Emperor. That's okay with me. Attack for 4. There comes the Emperor. They exile probably the Beast Caller, because that's the easier one of the two to grow. We do still hit for 4. Opponent drops 14. And now if they sweep, we'll be really sad. Nope, it's a Denic. Alright, we're in the game. Third land, what else you got? Plus there. More land for us. Well, here comes a whole bunch of good spells. We're not drawing, so we can pay full price, actually. At least for the first one. They bounce the Defiler after we cast, so we still get the trigger. We only need to attack with 2 creatures to kill the Emperor. So we're fine to play the Scrap Gorger. But we don't need to do that until after combat. Alright, so you can go here. You can go here. You can go here. That guarantees the Emperor dies. Actually, that's a waste of an attack there. Hold on. We'll send 5 here, because we only need 2 to kill it. Okay. Take a free block there, get their life. And we'll deploy the Scrap Gorger. Again, we're just waiting for them to sweep, but we'll see what happens. Do nothing. So they have the next Emperor. We could do something like level up all these into 3/3s. Does that get there? Not even close. We get in for 9, and they go up 5 from the Denic and the Emperor. Still, I think we want them to play the Emperor here. Siege is good to go. Let's try the Defiler. Triggers are off. Ooh, Disdainful Stroke still have 4 mana open for the Emperor. I think we will try, though. They could plus on the Emperor to get first strike, but otherwise these are free attacks. They go up 3, down 4 from the Loam Speaker. Net positive. We'll try. Let's see if they're the next Emperor. Chump there. Down to 2. Up to 5. Okay. Bankbuster, it's not a sweeper. Draw, it's definitely not a sweeper. I like the sound of that. That looks like game to me. Tap land, gain life. I don't think you get out of this one. And we got the Tyvar Sand to sneak through some weird lethal if we need it to. Take the Denic. Whew, okay. No sweepers. I like that. That feels good. On the draw. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Up against Elspeth, South Carolina. Playing mono white soldiers. Alright, adaptives, let's go. Do we play out double adaptive next turn? Maybe. No blocks by us. They reveal Athalia. We hit more land. I think we'll go Loam Speaker this turn, actually. And then next turn, adaptive Loam Speaker. Sky Strike Officer. Loam Speaker also blocks the Thalia. Great, we live another turn. Land for turn. Adaptive for turn. Adaptive per turn. And Loam Speaker for turn. Defiler to Vigor next turn. It's not bad. I mean, is it enough to beat soldiers? I don't know. But we're on the board for sure. Would I trade an adaptive? Maybe not. Let's sit tight for a minute. Yep, they get to do the thing which pisses me off to no end. The aggro deck with the card draw. Sorry, I'll try not to be too salty. This is the only thing that really pisses me off. This card is not on the ban list, but I would be so happy to see it go. Soldiers. Veteran, pump the entire squad. Okay, we got some decent blockers back though. And they begin the aerial assault and get a free 2/2 every turn, down to 15. I mean, we're making moves here. That much is for certain. But is it too little too late? Defiler comes down, make everyone nice and beefy. I think we'll send this one in at this point. They trade it with a 2/2 and the officer. Is that good for us? Not really. I guess it gets even bigger next turn. We just eat more damage in the air in the meantime, you know? It's not great. I've seen better. Reinforcements go super wide, and if they Cathar the Vigor, that'd be sad. And they get to draw. Oh my god, I'm so mad! They get to draw twice! I hate this. I hate this so much. Siege Veteran. Okay, I mean, that's annoying. I could probably put it on the flyer and the frontliner. I get this question asked a lot in the comments. It's like, why do you play XYZ color combination? And the answer is, every single deck I play, besides the highest win rate deck on Untapped.gg, is inherently an inferior deck to the best deck. The goal is to entertain, which I think means playing different decks. I don't think I could play Azorius Soldiers every day and have you guys watch. I don't think you'd find that particularly interesting. Which means, yeah, sometimes I play less than optimal decks. So if you're like, well, why would you play Jund instead of Rakdos? Rakdos is just better. It's because, well, Jund's different, and it's entertaining in its own way. But right now we're getting clobbered. The question is, can we turn the corner without getting obliterated back? We need our Trample Kodama desperately. Okay, squad is big. The Vigor has Trample, but it gets thrown away into the army of 2/2s. I don't think we can really profitably attack here. They eat the Defiler basically for free off the tokens. Maybe we chip in for some damage, but we can't really present lethal, and they just swing back for lethal. So I think it's no attacks here. It's tough though. It's tough, my man. This is what it looks like in the arena. And then they get to draw 5,000 fucking cards. What's interesting though is that I will say of every opponent I've ever played, I've often found that Azorius Soldiers make the most mistakes. I think the deck is so good that anyone can pick it up, oh god, and be fine. And so I do think they generally tend to make a lot of mistakes. Like the game's going way longer. They can be much more aggressive than they are. In this case, the guys played just fine. And so we get absolutely clobbered to death. But it doesn't always have to be like that. Nice. Good. Excellent. Well done. Lots of strategy there. Very good. I'm not salty. Definitely not salty. On the play, once again, against Flimflam. I can't remember how we fared against this guy yesterday. I do read the comments. Someone said the Rick and Morty character is actually Blimblam, I think, which I don't remember. So today you gotta tell me what character that actually is, because I don't remember. I want to say most likely from the episode where they're like a bunch of fake memories. That's my guess. Skrelv, Lone Speaker. At some point we could besiege it, but we need to land right now. Swing for 2. Guessing mono white humans, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Surprised me. All right. Naya humans. Hello. Hi. Malira. Yeah, that's a card. Doomscar Warrior. That's pretty good here. Because that makes the adaptive a 4/4, which gets in and draws us a card, basically. Trigger there. And trigger there. It's a 4/4 on the play. Let's nab him for 4. And scry 4, draw a card. Yeah, opponent eats all 4. Let's see what we got. What do we want? I guess land is pretty good. Yeah, we just want the land here. Okay, land it is. Yep, human. They're definitely not humans. I do think in general this deck is pretty strong. What 3-drop do they have? I mean, if they go Peacekeeper, that'd be tough. If they take both Defilers, that would really slow us down. It's a Cathar. If they take the ramp creature, they don't. They take you. Alright. We can survive that. We can still curve out into Defiler this coming turn. More land for us. We'll get the Defiler going, grow the adaptive. 5/5 trades with both the Cathar and the Malira. Ooh, that's interesting. So if they block with the Cathar and they Malira it, they get to play it back and take the Defiler. That's honestly not that bad because we have the next Defiler lined up anyway, but that is interesting. They eat it all, drop to 8. Okay, they curve out here. Is it Helena and Elena? The new, 4-mana Angel. What are we looking at here? It is the 4-mana Angel. They tap out, drop to 7. They have Hexproof, but Kodama's going to give everyone Trample here, which is going to be fairly devastating, I think. Though that's not particularly the land I wanted to see. So I guess we want to start with this Defiler, actually. Let's make sure we don't screw anything up here. We'll take the 2 life. Auto pays fine. Grow everyone massively. And then the coup de grace. Cast with 2 life, sure, yeah. 2 life again? Does it reduce it twice? I guess we don't need to do that. Just that is fine. Ah, we would have an extra attacker. Oh well. Hopefully it's sufficient. Okay, let's try that. It's a lot of trample. Yeah, I should have paid the extra 2 life. I didn't realize you could do that twice. Then the Lone Speaker would also attack this turn, which is pretty good. But they eat it all. They say, yeah, that's pretty good. That is a pretty good finisher there. Flimflam, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Better luck next time. On the draw with the Augur. See if we can keep it alive. We don't have protection yet. It is a tap land and a Pelucranos. Azoria's Harbin. Soldiers playing the slow land. Not usually necessary. But unless they have the Cathar, the Augur will survive. And we have plenty of land here. I guess mana is so good when you have the Augur, right? So we'll try the Scrap Gorger. And we'll deploy the Augur into nothing and hope they don't have Brutal Cathar on time. Maybe they burn it here, in fact. Pelucranos actually fairly vital against the Flyer. We'll have to deal with that eventually. And they tap out for the Officer. Yep, we really need Pelucranos. Do we eat 5 in the meantime? I think yes, in part because... Probably shouldn't have played land there. Alright, not punished, but yeah, I shouldn't have played land there. In part because if they do have Brutal Cathar, we actually want them to use it on the Autumn versus Pelucranos, because we desperately need Pelucranos to stick around with Reach. 2 attackers in the air. Swing for 5, make a soldier. Nobody's got reach. Nobody can block the flyers. Down to 12. They do nothing. That's not great. Can't say I love that. I mean, we hope they flash in the 1/1s. If they counter Pelucranos, that's basically a game right there. But we have to try. So do you have Protect the Negotiators? Counter unless opponent can what? Pay 1 for each creature you control? They do. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each creature you control. And they have 3 freaking creatures. So, that sucks. Because that was our answer to the Flyers. And now the answer is gone. So chances to win have dwindled drastically. Okay, here they come again. 5 in the air. And next turn, they have enough soldiers to give them all flying. So that's not good. I've seen better. They take the draw now. They're so confident they're going to beat us, they don't even need blockers. They just take the draw on their own turn to look for a better 3-drop. That's sad. My move. We cannot stop the Flyers, so we just lose. Unless we can win this turn, which we can. So that was a non-game. We needed Pelucranos to stick, and they happen to have the counterspell on time. On the draw, FRILLBACK showing up. I'm excited to try this guy out, see what he can do. It's mono red. Well, I'd like to see a Kumano. That could be a good way to... a good enchantment target to pick off. Otherwise, we'll probably just take the 4 life. It's a Swift Spear. It's a Kumano, alright. Well, we'll see if we can do any work with the FRILLBACKs. Down to 15. Land for turn, Loam Speaker for turn. And we're hoping they don't have Lightning Strike so we can get the first FRILLBACK copy off. If they want to cast Lightning Strike, they lose the benefit of Kumano. Alright, so it's a Phoenix Chick in the air. That's still an issue. 1 mana left open. I honestly want to say they don't really have stick here. But we really want the FRILLBACK we want this guy to survive, so we're going to eat the 1. Ah, they actually do have stick. I was wrong anyway. By the fire to the face. Down to 8. So, we could gain the life here instead. I guess they're similar, right? I think we gain the life. Lose a blocker. And then we can try to eat the Kumano with the block. And if not, next turn we can play the next FRILLBACK and maybe gain 4 life and pick off the Kumano. So another Swift Spear, 1 card left in hand. Attack all. I mean, ideally we eat the Kumano next turn. So let's trade Ish here and take a bunch of damage. Play with fire to the face. It's almost lethal. Is it lethal? It's very close. Certainly very close. 1 to the bottom. Drop to 3. Hit the next land. We can double FRILLBACK here, though. Which gets us part of the way there. But we still have a lot to deal with. Autopay. And autopay. Gain 4 life. Artifact enchantment. Pick off the Kumano. I think we're attacking here. Leave back to 3/3 to block. We gotta get him dead soon, otherwise we're gonna lose to the Phoenix Chicks in the air. We have no reach yet. Down to 4. Opponent does nothing. We have Tyvar's Stand. I mean, it's definitely not lethal by itself. So I don't think we can just kind of pressure them that way. I think it's power you up. Okay. Attack with everyone. Okay, it's not enough to get lethal off the Tyvar Stand. Play out creature number 1. Play out creature number 2. No stick there. We have a blocker for the Swift Spear. We could win next turn. It's possible. Just depends. Oh, we get there. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, like, they didn't have the most amazing mono red draw in the world, but it is... Did I have fun? I mean, beating mono red, yeah, I had fun. It was cool to see the FRILLBACK in action. Like, it obviously did the thing we set out to do. It did stabilize. But if they had anything else there, we still would have died, so we'll see. We'll try it out more. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.